プーさんは今回キリスト新聞にも連載を書いていただいたんですが、日本のクリスチャンに対して何かこう伝えたいこととかメッセージとかがあればいただきたい。
Well, I think this is a time that the world is changing because actually I came here not just interviewing the Japanese Japan church. I also interviewed the June 4th commemorate gathering in Tokyo. So I saw there are Japanese people there and also Chinese mainlanders and Hong Kongers from different places. So I think that we are facing a world that is changing, and the younger generation, although I heard one sentence in a world conference, the younger generations, young people say that we have the future, but the future is burning. So I think that we have to tackle the desperation that the younger generation are facing. And also I think the world is also changing. There's some old way, or the old institutions, they are no longer working. Like those old, either like the form of the church or the form of like different world organizations, they are all failing. So I think this is a time that we need to hear the voices of the young people and to believe in them and mobilize them and try as people, because I'm not young anymore. So for me, I think even for the adults, what we need to do is not to educate or to discipline the young people, but we need to create a space, a safe space for them to speak out and to do more things. I think nowadays we see there's a gap, a very huge gap, like a very huge war between the adults and the young people. That is because the young people don't trust the adults anymore, because they don't believe they are listened. They don't think the adults are listening to them or really care about them. So I think that I see, like in Japan, I see like some not very good situations in the churches, also happening in Hong Kong, and also happening other churches in all over the world. But also I see the motivation, the strength, and the creativity of the young people, and they are outside the church. So the point is that we are not supposed to change the younger generation so that they can fit the church. But we need to change our church to fit the young people's needs and their voices, so that we can, otherwise I think the church will be outdated. And otherwise, this is also not that the younger generation needs to be saved. It's that the church needs to save themselves. Yeah.
いや、本当に全く大賛成なんですけど、この間、うちのキリスト新聞も、割とその若い人を意識してリニューアルチェンジしたけれども、やっぱりどっかでそういう批判があるのは、その若者に媚びているという批判がよくある。で、ほとんどがマジョリティの高齢者なのに、高齢者の方を向かずに若い人に受けを狙っているというふうに思われるのはどうしたらいいですか？難しい。私の今の一番の悩みです。
So this is one of the biggest issue for you.
Yeah. I think that actually I have not in the Christian times, but in other occasions I face the same question that people question that seems that we put more effort or more energy on the younger generation and ignore the elder generation. And for one thing, I think that is because they are so privileged for so long. So that's why now this a time that seems to be fair to the young people. It seems like they feel like they are being deprived of something that they took for granted. But actually, because that's the system is unfair. But sometimes I think that the best way, actually, even in the past, we put lots of energy to meet the needs of the elderly people or the elder generation. But one thing that I think we should change our mindset, that for some time, I think that we provide something for them. It's good for them. That's the best for them. But I don't think so. Maybe in our generation or in this time, we can find more creative way, let them to feel that to give, to help, to engage. That is the best way to feel that they are being cared for. So I think that's something we can do, is trying to bridge the elderly people and with the younger generation. Like, for example, I can make an example that is not specifically for the Christian environment or the context. For example, I know that in North Europe, because they also have the problem like some younger generation, they can't afford to have their own house or to rent a place to live. So they had this partnership program that led some younger generation to co-rent a house with the elderly people. So the elder people, they're actually still, they can function. So the younger generation, they're not like nursery to taking care of the old people. But the old people, maybe they will be like mother or father or grandfather or mother to take care of the younger generation. And because of the presence of the younger generation, they felt they are actually younger. They are not alone again. Maybe they can engage in the games and the movies, etc., with the young people. So this is like mutual benefit. And I think this is the model that we are going to explore, that how to engage the elderly people and the young people together and to find out what they actually need. And I think this is the best way. Yeah.
本来はそれが教会のはずなんですけどね。
Yes.
そうなってないね。
Yeah, yeah.
何か質問あれば。
I just want to know that running a Christian news in Japan, because for us, like you run a Christian news, actually this is my biggest concern, is that I have some kind of opportunities to go to the court because some of the Christians, they are on trial. But when I wear my press pass and sitting with other journalists like APF, some very big like Washington Post and even CNN, I don't feel like I'm a journalist. It's like because we only do Christian news. I think this is my biggest concern and the trouble, that since the first day I started this job, that I don't feel like I feel like I'm an imposter. I'm not really a journalist because I have no experience working in a secular media. So that when I face the other people, and I also feel like sometimes other journalists from those professional agencies, they don't see me as a real journalist, because like doing church news is like not very serious stuff, and you already got biased because you are a Christian newspaper. You have to put like some of Christian elements into your news, and you don't have much readership, and you don't have lots of recognition from the public world. So this is my biggest concern: how to face this situation. I'm not sure whether you have the same trouble or same kind of thoughts, and if yes, how to deal with that. Yeah.
まあそもそもキリスト教メディアがマイノリティであるだけじゃなくて、日本のクリスチャンがめちゃくちゃマイノリティなんで、存在すら多分知られてないことが大きい。まずは、特に日本ではその宗教と政治はその媒体はNG、取材 NG っていう断られ方をすることが多い。ただ、その情報はとても少ないんだけれども、その人たちの関心はものすごくある。で、そこがうまくこうマッチしてないので、今回のその統一教会の問題とかね、カルトの問題とかあった時に、やっぱり専門誌はどう見るのかっていうのを質問を受けることが、大手のメディアから取材されることがある。それはやっぱりそのセキュラーなメディアの中にそういうのに詳しい記者がほとんどいない。だからその読者は少ないし、ほとんど認知はされてないけど存在意義は大きいなと思うようにしています。
Thank you.
はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.